Welcome everyone, this is Master's Joke, also Master's Joke 75 on Instagram. Now if you follow the channel, you'd know that I love droids. And this is the Power Droid, VC167. And I picked, this is one of my pickups from Forbidden Planet, I think. Yeah, it was Forbidden Planet. So this is the Power Droid, or also known as the Gonk Droid. Now I've got my original Gonk Droid, which was one of the figures that I swapped back in the 80s with my best friend at school. Now I swapped a load of my my He-Man stuff. So this must have been like mid 80s when Star Wars was kind of phasing out. And was also the time when I picked up most of the last 17 for like 69p in Tesco's. Still got them, but this was. But yeah, I've still got my original Power Droid from my best friend at school. He's not having it back. I think I still owe him Cringer's mask because I couldn't, because when I was doing my He-Man swap, I couldn't find Cringer's mask. And I've still got it. So if you want it, let me know, and you can have it. But yeah, this I absolutely love the Gonk Droid, and I also want some extra figures to put in my Navarro Cantina, and so I thought this is the ideal figure. Yeah, that is a Jawa, and yeah, all right, Chuffy Futter. I know his name's Tika and not Tebow. All right, that's an easy mistake to make. They're similar heights, but yeah, this is great. So yeah, so it's VC167. So this was released a while ago, I think. So looking on the back of the box, just seeing what I've got. So Clone Commander Wolf, I've got him. I ordered him when he first came out. C-3PO I didn't get. Bespin Han I never got. Bespin Luke I never got. Lando I did pick him up. I've got him. I picked him up. I think he was like £6 from, or £5 or £6 from Star Action Figures. Luke Skywalker in Stormtrooper disguise. I never picked him up, and I also never picked up K2SO. I think the reason for this is because, I don't know, I think this was just, I think these figures, or this wave, came out just before, I think it was just before lockdown, before the pandemic, and I wasn't really into Star Wars like I am now, so I was only buying like the odd few figures, like the Clone Troopers, Stormtroopers and stuff like that. So I honestly wasn't buying the figures. So I probably would have picked up a couple more of these if I had been buying the figures at the time. But and this is another reason why I didn't buy the Gonk Droid. But I remember thinking that the card back looked fantastic. I really do like the card back on this. But yeah, this was another cheapie. Well, it was. I suppose you could say it was a peg warmer from Forbidden Planet. But is it a peg warmer? Because I've never seen it hanging on any pegs in the shops. And I think it was a really good price. I can't remember how much it was, but it was a cheap price. But yeah, really looking forward to getting this open. So, you know, it's on the weaker card, as you can see, which is why it's so flimsy. It does look like it's got some weathering on there as well. So, but yeah, I like it. I really do like it. And don't forget, I got a Gonk Droid with my Disney Store Christmas Advent calendar. So it'll be fun to compare it. But let's get it open like it's Christmas 1984. Right, no, so he looks good. I like the weathering on this. I think they've made some good effort with the paint applications on this figure. So I'm going to get him out of the packet and we'll take a proper look. Right, so here he is, and I've got to say he looks a bit smaller than I thought he would look. I don't know why. I don't know why I thought that, but I thought he'd be a bit kind of fatter. But it does look really, really good. I like the detailing on there. So articulation, what articulation? I hear you say. But so look, I'm trying to get me focused again. Yeah, I mean his feet don't really move. Well, they don't move much. But what I like is I like all the little bits of detailing on the top. I do like the weathering on there. And this bit comes off here, and you've got some I don't know, I mean, what does that look like? That looks like I don't know, that looks like to me it looks like a fan. I don't know, maybe to keep him cool. So that's a nice little touch. But these Gonk Droids, when I used to watch them in the movie, they always remind me of I don't know if you remember, but back in the 80s, would it be the 80s? Yeah, the 80s, when you had, like, you know, McDonald's, when you had the big massive bins outside McDonald's, outside the main doors, and these Gonk Droids, I don't know why, but they always reminded me of the bins outside McDonald's. I don't know why. I don't know. I can't remember. I was a little kid. But yeah, it looks like a decent figure. So I'm going to compare it with my my Gonk Droid from the 80s, and also my Gonk Droid from the Disney Store Advent Calendar. So bear with me. I'm just going to set them up. So here's the Power Droid, or Gonk Droid, with his brothers and Tika, not Tebow. Yeah, it does seem to be a little on the small side compared to the compared to the Disney one, and also compared to the original Kenner one as well. So I suppose that's why I'm not disappointed. I mean, I think he looks great, but I suppose that's why I'm a bit surprised that he is quite thin. Yeah, so it's, yeah. I mean, because obviously in the packaging, you only have the side view. So yeah. I mean, I'm not disappointed at all. I think he looks really, really good. I love the detailing. One of the things that I am disappointed with is the feet, because it does seem to be quite. I mean, it doesn't really do anything. The feet don't really do anything, and they seem to be a bit bent, so he doesn't stand up straight. Now, maybe that is because of yeah, maybe that's supposed to be like movie accurate, because I remember in the movie he wasn't really straight and stuff. Maybe that's what it is. I doubt it. I mean, Hasbro, they're good, but they're not that good. They're not that screen accurate. So I think that's just a dodgy foot, if I'm honest. That could have been straighter. But yeah, it looks really good. It looks really good. I've got to be honest, I prefer the Gonk Droid from the Disney Store in size comparison. I think it's just a better size, you know. But I don't know. I've not had a normal colour Gonk Droid from Disney, and Disney do some really good droids, I've got to be honest. But I don't know. I don't know why I prefer the. I think the Disney one reminds me more of the original Kenner, and then is, you know, if you see what I mean, in size wise. But you know, I know that the Kenner figures weren't that accurate, but you know, at least the original makes a noise, and his feet move, and I prefer I prefer the original, I've got to be honest. But it's not a bad... It's not bad. I like it. I like it. I'm glad I picked it up. And as I said, I picked it up in the sale. I probably wouldn't have bought it if it wasn't in the sale, if I'm honest. But yeah, it's not what I thought it would look like. But I prefer the original, and I'm so I'm so glad that I swapped my Battle Cat, and I can't remember what other figures I did swap, but you know, if you're watching, you ain't having them back. I think I did a good deal actually back in the 80s, but yeah, definitely worth picking up, 100%. Just not what I thought it would look like. But it's got some great detailing on there. It's just not big enough, I don't think. Yeah, I think it could have done with being a bit bigger. But you know, let your eyes be your guides. You know, I like it. I don't think it's highly recommended. Do you know, I'd probably give it... Because I'm not happy with the feet, I'm not happy with the size. I like the detailing. I'd probably give this 6 out of 10. That's a low mark. I feel bad because I really like the Gonk Droid, but you know, when you can't top the original figure, or like the original figure, I always loved it. I think I probably fell in love with the figure more than the actual Gonk Droid in Star Wars, if I'm honest. But when Hasbro can't even top the original Kenner figure, and Disney do a better job, I don't know, what can I say? 6 out of 10. But yeah, it's a good figure. You know, if you see it cheap, definitely pick it up. But it's not going to blow you away. But anyway, that's the... Let's put my Pac-Man back on. That's the end of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, because if I get to 1,000 subscribers, my wife says I can leave my job, and you know how much I hate my job. I absolutely hate it. So yeah, that's the end of the video, and I'll see you in the next one with some more Star Wars fun.